Hey YouTube, it's Chris, K2CJB with K2CJB Radio. Welcome back to the channel. Good to see you again. The weather has broken here in Connecticut, so it's time to do some outdoor ham radio maintenance work. Got to do some maintenance work on the shack, especially the antenna cables. We've been here about 5 years now, and of course I put a bunch of antennas up. Well, since we're here, my 6-meter squalo, my 11-meter vertical, my 2-meter 440 vertical, my TA33 Junior tri-bander, my 12 and 17-meter dipole that I built, and an off-center fed dipole for 40 and 80. And add a little scanner mag mount antenna out here, and the GMRS radio antenna, and we're full up. I'm not putting any more antennas up. Got no room for them. I also have a rotator cable that runs up to the roof. So since we're here, and for 5 years, and I haven't really neatened up the outdoor cabling because I figured I wasn't done. Well, now I am. And let me just show you what I need to neaten up. Some time ago, I made that plate to bring my antenna cables in and out. And you can see that all the ports that I put there are in use. But look at this. And you'll notice I can't get any closer to the house with a lawnmower or a weed whacker. So it's time to neaten this up. Vertically, we're in pretty good shape. I might be able to tighten that up a little bit. But right now, we need to try to get these all off the ground and neaten this all up. So my plan is to use these. I got a handful of these from Lowe's. They're meant for PVC, to hang a PVC pipe. But I think if I mount this against the house, then I can just drape the cable in this little U-channel. It's kind of like a poor man's cable tray. So my plan is to just follow that line of shingles to keep everything level. It's at a height where I should be able to leave a little bit of a drip loop for the cables. And well, let's see how it goes. I tacked one roughly in the center from the window over to where the cables come down, just to get myself situated and see how many more of these I need. All right, here's what we've gotten so far. Added a zip tie or two along the way here. And what I did was to get one of those retaining zip ties and just screw it against the house. So that'll hold everything in place. There's a drip loop. I think I want to try to make that a little deeper. I've got these dressed up a little bit along here. Okay, so now we just have to finish this mess. Well, about an hour and maybe 50 zip ties later, we got everything put together. But it's always good to do stuff like this because you find some other things that need attention. But let me show you how the cabling went, and then I'll show you what I have to deal with. So we'll walk the path again. This is where the bulk of the cables come down. And I showed you earlier, they're attached to the house. Bit of a drip loop there, not much of one, but I think I might be able to get a little deeper. Now over here, we took all the slack. Now, it's because I didn't feel like having to put connectors on outside, so that's what we got left. I had an extra one of those hooks, so I hung them all on that. All kind of zip tied together, kind of keep them all together. Now, on the other side, this is my GMRS cable, and I underestimated the length, so that's kind of how it fits. But it's there. Now, these two cables here, one of them is for the scanner. And you may want to know, well, Chris, how do you know that? You see that cable going to the ground? There's the mag mount that I use for the scanner. When I was pulling on the cable to make it tight, it came off the little piece of metal I have on the roof for it. So that has to go back up. But that's not the big issue. Taking cables off to dress them in, and look at that. I don't know if you can see that. The shield has pulled out of the connector's pulled away from the shield. I don't know what antenna this is for, but this is not good. So time to go in and get the soldering gun and see if we can fix this. And who needs an extension cord when you have one of these? And the connector's repaired, and I'm gonna call this job done. There you have it. Job's all done. Made a couple of repairs. One self-inflicted when I pulled the antenna down, and the other one, I don't know when that came loose. And it's funny, I forget which antenna it's for. I'll have to look. But I have had some goofy things going on with the antennas. That probably explained it. You got to get out and look at these things every once in a while, right? So, hey, I hope this helped you in some way. Maybe give you an idea on how to manage your own antenna cables outside the house. Keep the wife happy. But also so you can run your weed whacker. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing that. You certainly help me out with the YouTube algorithm. But also, it really encourages me to keep doing all sorts of videos for you. So, hey, until next time, 73 from K2CJB.